All right, number 10, we have a 3 by 4, okay, matrix. So I'm gonna do this in the calculator first. I'm gonna do it by hand. It's gonna take some time, so bear with me, and then we'll see that they match. Okay. I like using the calculator. It's kind of like a check because there's so many steps. It's really easy to make a mistake or get lost. So second matrix, arrow over to edit. Now this time we have to change the order. We have 3 and then we have 4 items. So this is going to be a 3 by 4 matrix. Alright. First number is a -2. And you also have to make sure that everything's lined up. All your X's, all your Y's, all your Z's, all the equal sign, and then all the numbers. Everything has to be lined up. If this 2Z was on the other side of the equal sign, even though it was third, you would have to move it back over so that it's all on the left side. So that's also something to be mindful of. Alright, -2, 4, +2, and 6. 1, because you have 1x, 6, -4, and then -39. And then 3, 2, -6, and then -45. Alright, once you get everything in, again you want to kind of go through and double check, make sure everything's in there correctly. 213, because that's the best way to make a mistake. Alright, second quit once you get everything in correctly. Alright, second matrix, arrow over to the middle, arrow up to RREF, hit enter, and then second matrix, and then enter on that first one, and then hit enter again. Alright, so you see how this whole bottom row is zeros? This means that there's going to be infinitely many solutions, okay? And the fact that I'm seeing these decimals means this is going to be quite tedious, but let me show you what they want. So I'm going to change these decimals to fractions. Let me see what it said. One variable. It doesn't matter. I don't know if that matters if we have decimals or not. But usually in the matrix we don't. So if I hit math and enter twice, it will change everything to fractions. So let me just show you how we're going to enter the answer, and then I'll go back and do it by hand. As a matter of fact, I'll do this and then I'll stop and do it by hand on another video in case you want to see that, because it's going to take a long time. Because this takes some thought process. So we are going to write this in terms of one equation. So when you have infinitely many solutions, they want you to solve in terms of z. Alright, so here's what we're given in this the first line. The first column, and I need to move this calculator so you can see what I'm writing. The first column was x. So right here where there's 1, we're going to put an x right there. That means 1x. The next one says 0, so there's no y's. And then we will subtract 7 over 4z. And the last term, the fourth term, is on the other side of the equal sign. This equals -12. Okay. Alright, the second column has, I think a 0 should be out front. Yeah, 0 out front. So that means no x. We have a y here in the middle. Y. And then minus 3 over 8. This will be z. That's the z position. And then equals -9 divided by 2. Alright. So notice both equations have a z in them. And whenever I check this box, let me move this out of the way. Whenever I check this box, whenever I check the box, it has z as itself. So we want to put like an ordered pair, x, y, z. We already have z listed, so I want to know what is x and y in terms of z. So we need to solve these two equations for x and solve for y, because I want to know what x is and I want to know what y equals. Y equals x equals, but they have to have z in them. Okay, so if I solve for x to get x by itself, I just have to add or move this over to the other side of the equal sign. So for this equation, x equals, this will be a positive 7 over 4z, and then that minus 12 is still there. So this is what x equals. This is what we're going to put in the x box. So we're going to have 7. Into the next box. 7 over 4z. Gotta have that z in there. Minus 12. And then over on this box, we're going to do the same thing with y. So I just have to add this 3/8 z over to the other side. So we get y equals, this will be a positive 3 over 8 z, and then minus 9 over 2. And you don't have to combine those, you can leave it like that. So we're going to say 3 over 8 z, and then minus 9 over 2. Okay, so this is the x in terms of z, this is y in terms of z, and z is just itself. Okay, that's the variable that we're using.